Hey Instagram, hey Facebook, thank you so much for tuning in live right now. I cannot wait to meditate with all of you for day 15. That's right, we're on day 15 out of our 20-day live meditation. I know you've forgotten what day it is. I know I'm forgetting what day it is, but I do know this. We've all committed to starting and creating a daily meditation habit. And that is a beautiful thing to celebrate. It's amazing that we're finding this time, you're finding this time, you're making this time to commit to meditate with me every single day. Now, as you come in on live, press that like button, press that love button, start it with sharing that positive energy. If you're on Facebook, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know how many days you've joined out of the 15 on Instagram as well. Let me know how many of the days you've joined out of the 15. I love seeing how many of you are tuning in on live right now. And what I'd love for you to do, if you're on Facebook, I want you to press the share button so that so many of your friends and family members can come and meditate with us and they can watch the replay afterwards. And if you're on Instagram, take a screenshot right now, upload it, send it to a friend, put it on a story, text all your friends, tell them we are live right now. Dan, good to have you here. Markel, good to have you here as well. Thanks so much for tuning in. Who else is coming in on live right now? It's great. We've got over 10,000 people across the platforms live right now. Let's have a few more coming in on Instagram. I know it always takes a bit of time to heat up. And I've got a very special guest who's coming in us right now. I've just sent him. He's coming in a few moments. Get ready to welcome him with all your love. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Kunal. It's so good to have you here, man. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
No, it's so good to have you, man. It's great to have new energy with our meditations. This is our day 15 that we've been doing this.
Yeah.
And I know that you meditate a lot. It's part of your daily practice. Tell us a bit about when you started meditating and how it's helped you and supported you.
I started meditating about 4 to 5 years ago. I think it was season 8 of Big Bang Theory, and everything was going crazy and the fame, and I was just in a very, very dark, anxious, panicky, stressed place, and I didn't know how to get out of it. And I tried everything other than turning within. And I promised myself no more running from myself. I said, no more running. And I turned within and I began to meditate. At first, it was 2 minutes, like 2 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes in the evening, and then it became 5 minutes, and then it became 10 minutes. And then as the thoughts began to slow down, it went on and on and on. And I've told you this before, we've spoken about this, but now I do meditate, but meditation has become a way of life, so.
Yeah, no, I'm just showing everyone that we're doing this together on Facebook because we've got Facebook watching as well.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just letting them see you as well as you're sharing that. How are you? How have you been dealing with quarantine, and how's it been going for you, man?
It's obviously you feel the collective weight of the suffering around the world. But at the same time, it's given me a great opportunity to give back and find a purpose in my life that's bigger than myself. Whether that's helping to resupply medical equipment to hospitals or provide meals for people in need. I believe that if you're young and you're healthy, that you should be out there trying to help as many people as you can. And even if that's just telling someone you love them or forgiving someone who's hurt you or whatever it is, you can be a superhero with your heart. That's a superpower that every single human has, is the act and the power of love and kindness and strength and courage. And it's very easy to get stuck in the imagination of the what if. So it's also easier though to live in your heart. So that's what I've been doing.
That's beautiful, man. Everyone can be a superhero with their heart. I love that. I think that's so true to realize that you have the most incredible power to give, which is love. And that's actually what everyone needs. And I'm really happy to hear that you've also been giving away food and meals and supplies. I think that's incredible. I'm so grateful that you're doing that. It's almost, I was thinking about this the other day that, you're an actor by career, but it's like this, in this position, you're playing one of your best roles by serving and giving and sharing and giving back. So I think that's beautiful, man. Thank you for doing that. Where are you in the world right now? You're in LA?
Los Angeles, yeah.
Okay, fine.
I'm in LA with the family. Everyone is fine and everyone is safe and healthy. And thank you, of course, for all that you keep doing. We need more people like you in this world.
No, that's very kind, man. Yeah, no, I was saying this to a lot of people when we started this, that I only feel whenever there's transition, whenever there's change, whenever something's going wrong, I know as long as I'm serving, that I'm safe. And
Hmm.
so I always my what's the right word? My MO or my mantra is like how do I serve? And if I serve, then I know that I'm helping and then I feel positive about a situation.
I
Because I
understand.
feel like even if I'm making the difference in the life of one person, like then I feel like I'm part of the solution. I feel good. And so that keeps me motivated. So we started these 15 days ago,
So
and
wonderful.
thanks to everyone, we've had about 10 million people across the 15 days come and meditate, which is amazing. And a lot of people are doing it for the first time. You've been doing it for 5 years. And today I'm going to guide us in another meditation. Then me and you can discuss some more thoughts afterwards. Sound good?
Sure.
Amazing. So everyone, please thank Kunal. If you don't already follow me, I mean, everyone knows who Kunal
Thank
is.
you.
If you're a big fan of the Big Bang Theory, even if you're not, he came on the podcast. I believe it was about maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
And it was such a popular episode because people got to see the funny spiritual side of Kunal. Everyone knows that he's hilarious and an incredible actor, but everyone got to see this depth that he has and this incredible wisdom that he has and experiences and the real work, the deep work that he's done. And so I would highly recommend, if you don't already follow him after this live and go check out the podcast. But today we're going to meditate together. If you're here for day 15, I want to know if you're ready to meditate and how many days. So let Kunal know as well in the comments. Say day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, or day 10, or day 15, depending on how many you've been of these. Kenya says, I've been here every day. Today is my birthday, and I'm
Happy
celebrating with you guys.
birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday.
birthday. Yeah, sending you a big happy birthday as well. I'm so grateful that Kunal is joining us. Awesome. Thank you for sending that love. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's always nice when friends come and meditate together. And I'm encouraging you all to meditate with your friends and family too, wherever you are in the world. Amazing. I'm so glad. Okay, awesome. That's great. A lot of day 15s, day 13s, I'm seeing.
Beautiful.
So what we're going to do in a moment is I'm going to switch on the music because everyone loves music, relaxing meditation music. And I'm going to ask you all to close and not message anymore. So for the final time on Facebook, share this video so that lots more people can join us. Instagram, let your friends know, text them for the last time. And then after that, no texting, no messaging. You can't, unless Kunal has found a way, and he will tell us afterwards. I don't think there's a way to meditate and text at the same time, but Kunal can answer that afterwards. But let's go. If you can hear the music, Kunal, can you hear the music? If you can, say
Yes.
yes. Perfect. If everyone else, is it too loud or is it good?
It's good.
Perfect. Great. Okay, everyone. Let's close our eyes. Lower your gaze and bring your awareness to calm, balance, ease, stillness, and peace. Whenever your mind wanders, just gently and softly, without judgment, without force. Whenever you notice your mind wander, which it naturally will, gently and softly bring it back to calm, balance, ease, stillness, and peace. This is your time to disconnect, your time to unplug, and your time to go within. We can't control what's happening around us, but we can be selective about what's happening inside of us. Just become aware of your natural breathing pattern. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth slightly open. So breathe in through your nose, and I want you to become aware of the subtle sensation of the air going in through your nose. And I want you to feel and become aware and notice the subtle sensation of the air leaving from between your lips. So breathe in and out 3 times and notice those. Notice when you breathe in, what changes about your body? Does your chest and stomach come up and out? Do your shoulders rise slightly? And when you breathe out, is the air from your mouth cold or warm? Is the air escaping through the middle of your mouth or the sides? And how does your body change when you exhale? Become aware of all these subtle sensations, noticing the smallest changes, allowing yourself to be fully present with your breath. Becoming really aware of your natural breathing pattern as you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. If it helps, place your right palm on your stomach, and as you inhale, feel your stomach come out, and as you exhale, feel your stomach go in. Visualize yourself walking on a white sandy beach, walking at the edge of where the water touches onto the shore, and feel the sand as you walk beneath your feet, soft, stoneless, pebbleless, and allow that sensation to calm the soles of your feet. And bringing your awareness to the bottom of your feet, breathe in and out 3 times, breathing in calm and breathing out any toxic negative energy. So breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel the beautiful, calming, caressing nature of the sand beneath your feet. Feel the water that comes up onto the shore, gently touching your feet and coming over them as you walk along the shore. Look up into the sky that embraces you with its greatness. All you can see is blue. And feel the calming, gentle breeze on your face and your hair. And again, as you feel that experience, breathe in the relaxing calm of that air and breathe out any tension 3 times. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. breathe in and breathe out. If you look back, you'll see that your footsteps in the sand are present for a moment, and then the water will wash them away. This is the transient and ephemeral nature of both joy and sadness, pain and happiness in this world, where we experience them and then there's a different experience. We all know that the only thing certain is uncertainty. And so when we accept that, we can ironically become comfortable with discomfort. When we know that the sea will wash away our previous footsteps, but that if we continue to walk, we will continue to plant new thoughts, new ideas, which eventually will disappear themselves, but they are meaningful in that moment. Look away from behind you and become present of each step that you take in the sand. Feeling present with the beach, feeling present and being where you are. Whenever your mind wanders, just gently and softly bring it back to being aware of the steps that you're currently taking. This is your beach, your time. And as you're walking, you see that there is a fish that's struggling on the side of the shore. The sea has brought onto the sand. Gently and softly, you help it back into the water, recognizing that this may happen to many fish, but you are connected with this one to make a difference in that one fish's life. There may be many, many more, but you are helping the one that you can see. You're expressing compassion and empathy and love to serve and support the people you're being connected to in your life. We always know that there are thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people in need. And our role is to simply help those that we can, that we meet, that we speak to, with a compassionate heart, with a loving smile, with gentle words. Think of one person that you're going to call or speak with today to help them, to express your love and support for them, and to serve them. Again, breathe in 3 times and breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And now finally, find a comfortable space on this beach to sit. You can sit on the sand with your feet slightly in the water. You can sit on a deck chair. You can sit on a small cushion, whatever makes you feel comfortable. And look out into the sea and the ocean. And I want you to visualize the sea being in harmony with your breathing. Breathe in and visualize the sea coming in, and breathe out and watch it go out. Just breathing in alignment with the movement of the ocean. Breathing in calm, balance, ease, stillness, and peace. And breathing out calm, love, compassion, and kindness. And when you're ready, only when you're ready, in your own time, at your own pace, you can gently and softly open your eyes. When you're ready, in your own time, at your own pace. Thank you, Kunal. Thank you to every one of you. We were meditating for around 16 to 17 minutes just then, for everyone who was engaged from the time we started. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments and how that has helped and supported you today. And Kunal, I'd love to hear your thoughts actually, because this is the first time we've meditated together in this way. And I'm sure we'll meditate a lot more and I'd love for you to speak more about the meditations you do. But yeah, how is that for you?
Beautiful. You know, at a time where people are using their imagination for all sorts of weird and horrible scenarios, it's so nice to use it by being on the beach.
Yeah.
You know, being in a very beautiful, comfortable space. And breath. People forget to be aware of their breath. And once you begin to become aware of your breath, it can change your life in an instant.
Absolutely, yeah. Ruben says, thank you. It's the first time I managed it so long. Sona says, absolutely beautiful. Thank you. I'm glad. And Sylvie says, wow, thanks. I'm inspired. Always love when the ocean is the imagery. Meditation works beautifully. So calming and cooling, says Ronnie. Fantastic. I'm glad. So yeah, it's, everything Kunal's saying is such a good point that he's making, because one of the things we forget, and I realized this when I went to Facebook headquarters in San Francisco and I tried the Oculus. And I remember I was climbing a mountain inside virtual reality. And when you look down, you can see the view of how high you are. And I actually felt like I was going to fall. And then when I started looking into the research suggests that imagination, virtual reality are getting, it's so heightened that the body and the mind can't actually reconfigure the difference as quick. Like we feel like it's the same thing. And so when we're visualizing the beach or we're visualizing breathing with the ocean, it's as if we're actually there. The mind has the ability to do that. The mind is that powerful. And I think you're so right that we're always imagining what if could go wrong. What if we could experience this? Tell us a bit about how you've learned meditation, the meditation practices you do, which we share. We do the same practices at home in our time, and why they've been so powerful for you, because I think, your journey to meditation is phenomenal. I know we've talked about it in the podcast, but I'd love everyone to hear today. Or anything you like. You're the pro, you're the expert. You tell us.
Oh, no. I mean, when I first started meditating, it was just a Deepak Chopra app living in love. And it was, I would just spend 1 or 2 minutes chanting in my mind, I choose love, I choose love, I choose love, I choose love. A mantra helped me. Having a mantra in my head, repeating it, because it stopped the noise, you know.
Yeah.
And literally was just 2 minutes. I could only do 2 minutes in the beginning. And that became more and more and more. And then one day in meditation, there was nothing. I experienced nothingness for half a second. There was between two thoughts, there was a small gap. And when I experienced that, my life changed forever. So that was the gateway
That's
into
amazing.
into the infinite, you know.
Yeah, Jelka goes, this is so crazy to meditate together with Kunal. Everyone's freaking out, man. Everyone's like, what? Yeah, Kunal meditates every day, guys. He's, you know, I think everyone is recognizing, and I love what you said there about mantra, and I love that we've been doing mantra in a few of these as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And I think you're so right that I think people have this perception that your mind has to be empty, but sometimes
mm-hmm.
we need a focus to
Yes.
access emptiness.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when you go make your mind empty, the first thing is, oh, all this stuff starts coming up, right? It's
It's
like,
another thought. It's also another thought, you know, make your mind
exactly,
empty is another thought.
exactly.
Um, yeah, so it's interesting. One thing that I thought was interesting about what you said, you know, when you were talking about the image of the fish and
Mm,
reaching out to someone you love, sometimes if it's too difficult to call someone,
mm,
if it's too difficult to forgive someone, you can even just close your eyes and wish them well.
yes.
You know, it's important to know that you don't have to physically sometimes, if it's too difficult, if you're in your own way, you can't pick up the phone, it's too painful, you can also just close your eyes, like what Jay said. Close your eyes and say a prayer of love for them,
I'm so glad you
you
mentioned
know.
that. That's beautiful, man. And yeah, it's so important that so often we try and resolve conflicts in person and heal things in person, but it's better to first do it mentally. And the other example I was giving, and the reason why we did that one was around the transient and ephemeral nature of our footsteps.
Yeah,
And you know, if you ran back to save those footsteps, it wouldn't make any sense because you know the sea's going to wash them away. So all you can
yeah.
do is be present and continue to walk. And I think that visualization allows us to start rewiring our mind to recognize that we don't need to hold on to everything because eventually there's going to be a natural washing away. Just as when we used to build sandcastles as children, or you know, whether we were to
Yeah.
write our names in the sand, we know that it's going to be washed away, right? And knowing that is actually freedom. Trying to hold on to it keeps you attached.
To know it deeply in your heart is freedom. Sometimes
Yes.
we kind of have a sense in our mind and we intellectualize it, but you must contemplate exactly what Jay is saying. You must contemplate that deeply in your heart, because once you know that deeply, that everything in life is transitionary, even this moment in time that we're facing with this, what's going on, this will also pass. Your body will go, everything will go at some point, except for your soul. Your soul can never go anywhere because it was never born and it can never die. It's always been here. And if you connect with that, uh, freedom for life. You're free. You're free from the samsara, from your cycle of birth and death, you know. Yeah, and it's right
Yes.
here. It's right there for you. You could just have to look at it.
What other things have helped you that people can do right now with their more time? What are ways people
Yeah.
can explore this journey within the UF? So you mentioned some of the meditations from Deepak. We've got what are the books? Some books that you recommend, or anything you recommend, even if it's just sitting. What do you think this time we've got more time? What can we use that for?
Well, yes, obviously, um, you know, reading. There's a book that really helped me in the beginning called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. It's a great book to help you understand the relationship to your mind. There's a book that's coming out in September, I think. But when is that coming? Yeah, so, which I can't wait to read. I will say that there are many things you can do, and Jay is a great teacher and a great master at this. But I will say for me, um, I think it's important for all of us in this time. We do a lot of techniques, we do a lot of exercises to help get out of ourselves. But I think it's also important to just contemplate. Just to contemplate for the first time in your life, contemplate the nature of your existence. For the first time in your life, sit and look at yourself and say, wait, am I like this because this is all I know? Or am I more than this? my name is this, my behavior is this, but all of those things I've acquired from my upbringing or my culture or my religion, whatever. But is that who I really am? It's very important in this time, even if it's for 5 or 10 minutes a day, you must self-contemplate. Who am I? And that's not a technique. That's literally sitting with yourself and contemplating for the first time in your life, who is this one that is perceiving all of this? Because without this one, you're just living someone else's life. So it's very important for a few minutes a day to self-contemplate the nature of your existence.
I couldn't agree more. And yeah, and anyone who's asking that question, notice how everything Kunal's saying, like when you're talking about questioning, often our questions are like demands. So we sit in one place, and the word that Kunal's using so beautifully is contemplate, but often we don't contemplate, we command. We're like, why is this happening? Or like, who am I? Like, I don't know. Like, you know, it's through anger and it's with pain as opposed to a sincere request of like, who am I? You know, why am I here? Like when we ask these questions sincerely and genuinely, then the answers arise throughout the day, and don't force it to even arise when you're contemplating. I think that's another,
beautiful.
We put
very
a pressure
important.
of like, it has to come in the next 5 minutes. And if the answer doesn't come in the next 5 minutes, then this doesn't work. And I know Kunal will tell you, sometimes the answer comes throughout the day from a different source or a different moment, and you contemplate again. And so don't put the pressure on the answer to come within your first contemplation. It will take time, but it will be such a beautiful time, as Kunal sharing that. He's done that too. It's not just, he's not throwing a technique out. It's something that's actually worked.
I have to jump off soon, but I wanted to just say,
Thank you, man.
I just wanted to say something to everyone.
Yes.
That you are so much more than you think you are. Because right now your perception of life is limited, like all of ours is. But if you open the limitation, you'll realize that you're actually truly infinite. And I encourage all of you to explore that infinite part of you. Because when you access that, it's the beginning. It's the beginning of your life again in a very, very beautiful way.
I love that, man. Thank you, Kunal, for joining today. Everyone, please thank Kunal for joining us today. Just literally,
Thanks,
we were
guys.
speaking about this week. Thank you, Kunal. Go. Please go and follow him if you don't already.
All right.
And please
Thanks,
check
Jay.
out
We'll
our
do this
podcast.
again, okay?
Yeah, for sure. We'll do it again.
All right,
Thank
man.
you,
Give my
everyone.
love to the family.
Take care,
Bye.
See you tomorrow, everyone. Bye.